Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Wanted to highlight a drill that I did with the player the other day that was having a tough time finding the right energy through the ball, okay? Their body tended to stop. Lots of reasons why that could happen. It could be maybe some restriction, maybe some idea of how they're trying to deliver the club into the ball. But to free this player up, we actually took away the club. I started to use the stack. I like using it for a whole bunch of different things, but for this player, we used it for freeing up his movement through the ball. Okay, so how did we do this? So for him, this is interesting. Okay, so he is a right-handed golfer, but a left-handed person. I do see that a lot. Sometimes the other way around, a left-handed golfer, right-handed person, sometimes right-handed golfer, right-handed person. To me, there is some factors into how we're gonna look at that type of player and what they like to do and what happens for them when they try to add energy into their swing. Okay, so this player was a right-handed golfer, left-handed person. We took the stack, okay, and when they were going sort of in their swing, the tendency was to get to about here, lower body would stop, sort of arms would take over, lead arm would break down a little bit, trail arm sort of helping out. You know, not an uncommon pattern that you see in some players. So the experiment was, what hand did it feel easier to swing the stack with speed? Okay, so I know in the stack protocol there's single arm swings. I think that's super interesting. But for him, what we were doing was, how does his body react when he was swinging with his right hand? And for us, we weren't even measuring it. We were just looking at the sound and what sound he could produce and his feedback on what felt easier, okay? So for him, when he did his right hand, his not dominant hand, so when he did his non-dominant hand, he was doing his right hand. And I said, okay, get it to the top, try to make a noise, and then get to the finish, okay? So we were doing that, trying to get to the finish, and I record it and we listen to the sound, okay? Then he did his dominant hand, his left hand, and he did it, and we looked at, in slow motion, how his body would react using each hand. Both were pretty similar, actually, when he was trying to just produce as much force as he could through the shot to make a noise. So a typical impact, I would say, would be almost about there, okay? Delivered loft, had a tough time delivering the right amount of loft. He was usually delivering too much loft, and then with a shallow attack angle, okay? Sometimes the lead hand even would sort of break down this way as he would come through. When he did the single arm only, instantly looked way more this direction, okay? So when I see that, okay, so that maybe there's still some restrictions in there, but it shows that he physically can do it, okay? So his brain, when we gave him the right intent, it started to react, it started to produce the look that we were looking for into impact, was just like this, okay? So obviously there would be a small amount of shaft lean, body's a little bit more rotated, would be a lot easier to strike down. His feedback was, for him, his left hand, his dominant hand, was much easier for him to produce way more speed with his lead hand, okay? So then what did we do with that information? One, it showed him visually that he can do the motion. It produced a look that he was aspiring to get to. And with the lead hand, he felt like he was producing a lot more force through the ball. So when we put two hands on, we started with short swings, and then trying to imagine that he was still trying to make his club head, not the stack anymore, his club, make a noise to the finish, and then I would record it to see how close we got to that position. If he felt like there was a little regression, we go back single hand, what's it like to really make a noise, and then we'd switch and we grab the club, and then we'd do the exact same feeling, and then we would just monitor how much or how close he got to that same body position. As he was going through the process, I was giving him feedback, you know, like, we're closer here, this part changed a little bit, lead arm needs to be moving a little bit faster, and then that led to eventually us doing drills where he felt like he was accelerating the club faster post impact, and that encouraged for him, the attack angle to change a lot. Obviously, if the club slows down too quick, we're gonna see that. If it accelerates too long, we're gonna see that. He needed more of that acceleration for a longer period of time. That helped him produce a way different delivered loft and a bit better attack angle and a way different look at impact. It went from sort of bent arms to rotated and a bit more extended. Use that if you tend to hit it a little bit heavy or your arms break down at impact. Obviously an interesting one for everyone, the single arm swing, what one feels easier, which one produces a little bit more speed or feel of speed, and then you can use those ideas and implement them into your swing and use those keys to help you get a little bit better impact position. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps you get a little bit outside the box, find some things that can encourage efficient movement for you and produce a little bit more speed in the right way. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.